Yo, welcome back to Total Shock Fiction. I'm your host, Ant Panda Cole. Sorry for the lighting, it's going dark on me. The sky's going dark. The moon's up already. You feel me? But I'm out here on the concrete. It's Friday. You know, the higher up you ascend in your consciousness on this human plane, the more little petty obstacles pop up. And these little petty obstacles pop up because I call them cherubs. The cherubs, they like the bouncers at the club, at the door, keeping you from getting inside and shit, you know, flexing on you. And then you got the manager of the club, you feel me, is the one who's really in charge. And then you got, you know, everybody in between and shit like that. So the higher up you ascend from this human plane, the closer you fucking get to the realm of that which is most Zen. Kunlun, the mystic realm of ascended consciousness, which is where you go once you have freed yourself from the tethers of human society. See, shout out to the traffic. Shout out to the traffic. We really out here on the concrete like that. We really out here like that. So the higher up you go, the more little petty obstacles pop up because they're trying to trip you up and trigger you into a trauma cycle to where you can say, fuck it. And you know what I'm saying? You return back to a bad habit or a vice or something that you've been trying to give up so you can move forward, so you can rise up. They gonna set you back just off some petty shit because it pisses you off and you get triggered. You feel me? And it's like, it's unavoidable. But what you gotta keep in mind is the progress you make, you can't let petty obstacles reverse you back on that shit. You feel me? You can't just fall back on some shit because of some petty shit. However, on this human plane, you got motherfuckers in false positions of authority and power who will flex on you and make your life more difficult. Now, a motherfucker in a false position of authority trying to flex on me, causing me more turmoil, causing me more strife, trying to make my life more motherfucking difficult, to me, that's a capital offense. And if you need to look up what happens when you are charged with a capital offense, it's called capital punishment, nigga. You feel me? And that's what they want you to do. They want you to snap, lose your mind, run out here, and do some stupid shit. But the part of it that's fucked up is there isn't anything you can fucking do to rectify a motherfucking grievance that one of these punk ass little motherfuckers done did. There is no rectification for it because we live in a corrupt system. You can't complain to a corrupt system about the pawns that they have working for it. Well, your fucking pawn, he did this and that's wrong. You can't complain to these motherfuckers. There is no system of rectification. There isn't one. There is no rectification for this shit. Motherfuckers do shit and they're protected by the system because they're servants of the motherfucking system. They're motherfucking slaves of a system that is giving them false authority over those who are not allied with the system as part of the general masses. I don't want false authority, nigga. I'm a sovereign of this land. I have divine authority, nigga. That's on Jah, nigga. Praise be Allah on Jah, nigga. Straight the fuck. Show you where we at. You know, out here, nigga, on the concrete. And when you see motherfuckers like me, like right now, motherfuckers are probably thinking I'm just crazy as shit. You feel me? They don't, you know, they're like, what's he doing? Talking to himself, talking to the phone? Nah, nigga, I'm making YouTube content, motherfucker, for my 40 plus subscribers. But they think, you know, you just one of these motherfuckers out here. And these motherfuckers out here talking to themselves, walking around, losing their biscuit. I wonder why. You living in a flawed system. When you live in a flawed system, that's just what it is. You got people who, they fold under the pressure. Can't take it. What's up with it? Can't take it. They fold under the pressure. And as a result, they out here walking around talking to themselves and shit. You know, that's what happened. But see, those are the people who didn't want to go along with the system's program, but they also at the same time couldn't figure out how to create their own system that works within the system. Not as a part of the system, but as a contradiction to it. You feel me? You got to create your own system on your own. You feel me? But you still got to stay in society in terms of the regular shit. But I'm not going to join the system. I'm not going to work for the fucking power holders. I'm not going to go be a fucking pawn with a false authority so I can flex on other motherfuckers and shit like that. Nah, bruh. I ain't doing none of that. None of that shit, bro. And that's the system we live in. You live in a flawed system. You are either an NPC, non-playable, and you're doing your 9-to-5 Dougie, day in and day out, unquestioned, just doing what you got to do, not really tripping, might not be paying too much attention to what's really going on. Or you're a pawn of the system, you have false authority in some kind of position, and mind you, motherfuckers think they're in a position of authority when they're not even cops. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers who ain't even cops, TSAs, think they got authority. Anyone who works for the government thinks they have fucking authority. The government don't have no authority. The power holders don't got no authority, nigga. You got none. You got none, nigga. No authority. There is no authority that you have, my nigga. You got none. But you think you do. And then you got the free minds out there. People like me. As a free mind, you're at a risk of being ostracized as insane. Because the best way for the system to protect itself is to convince the masses to do a public prosecution based on perception, based on false illusions and false perceptions, and to get the masses to cast out those who go against the system. That's where you get your Kanyes. However, where Kanye fucked up was he sold his soul to the Illuminati and he joined their system. Then he tried to go against it. You can't do that. You can't do that. Once you sell out, you're compromised. There's no coming back. And if you do try to come back from the deal with the devil, they're going to collect your soul. You're going to die in the end. Death will be your only escape. Death is our only escape, period. It's the only way off this motherfucker. It's the only way off this plane of existence is to make transition. You feel me? But the test of humanity is, will you continue to live or will you fucking die over this shit? That's what the fuck you're faced with in this motherfucker. But I'm getting too deep into the village to where you motherfuckers can't even see me no more. Back to the village cam. I got a little bit of light right here. I feel like y'all can see me. We got some street lights. I'm out of the darkness. The problem is, regular people, they're used to eating injustice every fucking day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Regular people, sheeple, they are used to getting shit on by their boss, by the government, by whoever. Whatever false authority power holders there is to shit on them, might be their fucking romantic partner, anyone. Regular people are used to injustice. Society has been programmed to accept injustice as if it were justice. You know how many people are locked up behind bars based on a crime they didn't commit or drug offenses? Motherfuckers who got life during the crack era for selling crack rock that was given to them by the motherfucking CIA, who got it out of fucking South America from the fucking Contras. Go watch Snowfall. That's injustice, but it's called the justice system. You live in a flawed society where your justice system is a system of injustice, and you call it justice. In your mind, internally, you've been programmed to perceive injustice as justice. Trayvon Martin was murdered. Zimmerman walked. That is injustice. But in a courtroom, it was deemed justice. Zimmerman is not a fucking cop. He can't kill people. But guess what? Actually, he can. And there's George Zimmermans in your city. This ambulance right here might be going to the scene of another Trayvon Martin. You don't know? You don't know. They got George Zimmermans in your fucking city, bruh. Injustice. And I don't mean that on some white black shit. I just mean injustice. There's all kinds of injustices on the Native American reservations. They're going into the reservations and killing indigenous women and young girls, bro. And the tribal cops have no jurisdiction. They have to give the cases to the feds. And the feds don't give a fuck. That's injustice. That's injustice. That's motherfucking injustice, bruh. It's injustice. But you live in a society that is unjust. So you perceive it is a just society. And that is wrong, my friends. That is wrong. But you can't see that if you're not in the underground village. You don't see it like that. You see it from in your office, at work, all that shit. You're in the workplace. You don't perceive the injustices, the unhoused people. Why is Southern California burning? Because they didn't build reservoirs. They gave California billions of dollars to build reservoirs so they could stock up on water, because they know we get droughts and then wildfire season comes around and shit gets burnt to a crisp. They didn't build them. They didn't build them. The mayor of LA didn't build them. Governor Newsom didn't build them. Joe Biden didn't build them. Kamala Harris didn't build them. The liberals didn't build them. The Democrats and Republicans and conservatives didn't build them. Why didn't someone build us reservoirs? Why are people's houses getting burned down? Why are buildings and structures burning to a crisp? Nobody built the fucking reservoirs because we live in a society that is unjust. See, right there. Motherfuckers want to go when the light's green for me to walk. That's injustice. That's injustice, my nigga. It's green for me to go. But they want to go because they're in a car. And I'm on foot, so I matter less. That's injustice. We live in a society that is so unjust. But you motherfuckers feel justified in your entitlement every day. Meanwhile, motherfucking shit is burning down. Shit, structures that have stood since motherfucking World War II. Unjust. I'm back in the dark. But you live in a society that's unjust. So here's another one of those UFOs, unidentified flying objects. Now, I don't know if these UFOs that I'm seeing floating over Elk Grove, if they are in fact UFOs, or if they're just drones. I don't know if it was in the comment section or what it was, who said it. Somebody said that the different police departments, they got drone cameras that they're putting up over the cities just to sit down and watch everything. So they're getting feed, I don't know, it probably can pick up audio. It might be able to pick up this fucking video I'm recording right now. Those could be some kind of drones, some little, you know, little mini satellite drones. They're not too big. Most people probably wouldn't notice. I'm out here on the fucking concrete doing the village cam. So I see it. I don't know what it is. It's definitely not a plane or a helicopter because it just sits in one spot. And typically a drone, you could tell like a private drone because it buzzes around and shit. Look at that. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's floating over right here. It was floating over the back parking lot where I was at like last week or a few days ago. Actually, I think that might have been a few days ago. I posted this shit on the channel. So I don't know if it's UFOs. To keep it $1 with you, you probably think I'm a conspiracy nut, but I don't believe in aliens. Not little green men from Mars like they want you to think, or the reptilians that are the shapeshifters. That's a whole, you know, misconstrued propaganda shit they got y'all on with that. I don't really believe in aliens like that, but I don't know if these are some kind of, I don't know, spacecrafts, fucking interdimensional spacecraft, because I don't believe in outer space. But, you know, there's something floating up there that ain't the moon. You feel me? 2 more. These are the same little floating, whatever the fuck. You can't even pick them up on camera. I mean, at least on my camera. My phone's old as shit. But look, over this intersection, 2 more. So these are either widespread, you know what I'm saying, UFO phenomenon, or mass surveillance on a new scale. I mean, everything's already surveyed. You feel me? Like, your camera records you even when it's off, when you're not using it. On the phone, they got audio, video, your TV, your computer, the fucking traffic lights have cameras. You feel me? Everything. There's fucking CCTV and all that shit everywhere. C-SPAN or whatever the fuck. Just like they got over there in Britain. They got the same shit here. They've been had this shit here. They started putting cameras and TVs back in the 80s, if not before that. And yeah, so they doing some kind of surveillance or some shit. I don't know what the fuck those little floating things are, but they're literally everywhere, bro. And it's like, they're not, oh, and one done disappeared. There was 2, right? Look at this shit. There was 2. I just showed y'all the video. There was 2, now there's only 1. Where did the fucking other one? I'm not tripping, bruh. There was just 2. That video footage that I put in this shit, where you seen the 2 different floaters over, now there's only 1. They done see me recording this shit and done turn one off or some shit. I don't know. Hey, I ain't calling conspiracy. I'm just saying I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's something. What I do know is that shit right there is something floating low enough for me to see it. And it ain't a helicopter. It ain't a plane. It ain't a bird. It ain't a fucking air balloon. That makes it unidentifiable, and it's a flying object. UFOs, period. If I can't identify what it is, and it's flying through the sky or floating, that makes it a UFO. Unidentified flying object. That's what the fuck it is. So it's either aliens or it's security surveillance. It's surveillance. If it ain't fucking aliens, bro. Or whatever the fuck, because I don't believe in aliens. So, I don't know. This has been another episode of the Village Cam. This one was low-key like Village Cam after dark, because it was already getting dark when I was walking down the fucking street. But until next time, as always, remain free. And Panda Cole signing off. What is that right there? Next to the moon. The fuck is that? Total Shock Entertainment.